Did you know that science says when we listen to stories, it helps our imagination grow even bigger? So, close your eyes, listen closely, and let your mind paint the pictures as we explore this magical tale together. ELARA's journey had brought her to many far-off places, and she had returned to her village several times, always wiser and braver than before. But one night, as she sat by the window of her home, staring at the lighthouse in the distance, she felt something new. A gentle tug, almost like the lighthouse was calling her again, but this time, it felt different. It wasn't just curiosity or adventure. It felt like a new chapter was about to begin. ELARA stood up, knowing that the lighthouse was once again waiting for her. She grabbed her red cloak and set off on the familiar path. The bushes and thorns had grown thicker, but they didn't slow her down. She was no longer the unsure girl who had once walked this path. She was now a traveler, a dreamer with purpose. When she reached the lighthouse, something was different. The door, which had always been old and creaky, was slightly ajar, as if someone had been waiting for her. ELARA hesitated for a moment, but her heart told her to go inside. The room was still filled with the same smell of salt and old books, but now, there was something new. A faint hum in the air, almost like music, soft and distant. She climbed the spiral staircase once more, and as she neared the top, the light was already glowing brightly, as if it knew she was coming. But when ELARA stepped into the lantern room, she was not alone. Standing by the window, looking out over the ocean, was a figure cloaked in silver light. It was hard to make out the person's face, but ELARA felt no fear. The figure turned slowly, revealing a young woman with kind eyes and a soft smile. She seemed familiar, though ELARA couldn't place her. "Welcome back, ELARA," the woman said, her voice like the whisper of the wind. "You have traveled far and learned much. But there is more to discover." ELARA was confused. "Who are you?" she asked. The woman smiled wider. "I am a keeper of dreams, a guide for those like you who seek the true path. I've watched you grow, ELARA, and now it's time for the next step in your journey." ELARA felt a wave of warmth and wonder wash over her. "What do you mean? I thought I had already discovered my dreams." "You have," the keeper said. "But dreams are not just one thing. They grow, they change, just as you have. And now, the lighthouse has a new gift for you." The light in the room began to swirl again, just as it had before, but this time it was different. Instead of showing ELARA her own dreams, it showed her the dreams of others, people she had met along her travels, friends, strangers, and even children in her village. Some dreams were small, like planting a garden or learning to play an instrument, while others were big, like exploring the world or becoming a great healer. But all of them glowed with the same magic. "These are the dreams of those you've touched," the keeper said. "Every person you've met, every story you've shared, it has helped their dreams grow, just like yours." ELARA's eyes filled with tears as she watched the dreams swirl around her. She hadn't realized the impact she had made. "But what do I do now?" she asked. The keeper gently took ELARA's hand and led her to the window. "You have a new role now," she said. The lighthouse is not just a place for you to find your dreams. It is a beacon for others. You, ELARA, will help guide others to their dreams, just as the light once guided you. ELARA felt a rush of understanding. She realized that her journey wasn't just about her own dreams anymore. It was about helping others discover theirs. The keeper smiled, her form slowly fading into the light. Remember, the light is always here for you, and for them. Trust in yourself, ELARA, and you will guide them well. As the light in the room dimmed to a soft glow, ELARA knew her path had changed. She wasn't just a dreamer anymore. She was a guide, a keeper of the light. In the weeks that followed, ELARA began her new journey. She spent her days traveling to nearby villages, meeting people, listening to their stories, and helping them find the courage to follow their dreams. Some were afraid, just like she had been, but with ELARA's gentle guidance, they too found their way. And every night, ELARA would return to the lighthouse, its light shining brighter than ever, knowing that she was no longer just chasing her own dreams, but helping others chase theirs. The lighthouse had become more than just a magical place. It had become a symbol of hope, a reminder that no matter how far your dreams may seem, there is always a light to guide you home. And so, ELARA's story continued, but now it wasn't just her story. It was the story of everyone she touched, of every dream that had been born under the light of the lighthouse. And as long as the lighthouse stood, its light would shine, helping dreamers everywhere find their way. So, remember, your dreams are like stars in the sky, and sometimes, all you need is a little light to help you find them. Be brave, keep imagining, and let the light of your own heart guide you. And maybe, just maybe, you'll help someone else find their dreams, too. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story and want to boost your imagination, sharpen your brain skills, and explore even more magical adventures, don't forget to follow for more. There's always another story waiting to be told.